So the new DJI Flip has landed. Personal thoughts? Let's do this. So hello and welcome once again to the channel on this very fine day. So as I've just said, the new Flip has arrived. I've decided, like other creators, to break down these videos into different parts rather than trying to cover everything in one video, as I simply don't have enough time each day to get out and fly a full review video with different commitments. However, having said that, in the first video I'm going to go through my first impressions, and as I bring new videos to the channel I'll be covering in-depth reviews on different features. We have to remember certain content creators get these drones weeks before the release date and have plenty of time to review the drones and bring them to you all, as I'm sure you've seen most of them on YouTube at the moment. So with that in mind, please bear with me. As the old saying goes, slowly wins the race. So which package did I buy? Well, I went for the RC2 combo. So you get the drone, obviously. You get 3 batteries along with the charger and the bag. And the main reason for this was when the Neo was launched, there was a shortage of batteries after the release, and it took me forever to get a couple of spares. Having another RC2 would be an advantage for me, as I can keep all this in one bag as a go-to package, and that's what I'm going to do. And should my other controller die, another advantage, I have a spare one. But when you actually work it out, the cost of an RC controller, you're looking at 320 quid, £59 for each battery, £39 for a charger, and that's 477 quid, obviously plus the rest, which is the drone and the bag and the extra props that you get. And I didn't want to go for the N3 package because it has a small capacity battery. It's as simple as that. So build quality. Well, it seems fairly robust, to be fair with you. It's very well made. It seems okay. The prop guards seem a little bit flimsy to me, although they look like metal. They're not. I think they're carbon fibre because of the weight. And to me, it looks really tricky to change the props. Although there's only one screw for each prop, you would have to try and change them through the grills, as I'm not sure that these covers on the props do actually come off. So if you used to fly it and damage it, you're looking at a new arm. It's as simple as that. One other thing I've noticed is the gaps in between the props. As you can see, I can get my fingers through. So when you're doing a palm takeoff, you have to be very careful that you don't push your fingers through those gaps, and the fact that the props are going to hit it and stop it and it won't take off. So specifications, it's 249 grams and it's printed on the drone, as you can see just there, and not on the batteries. Max speed of 12 meters per second or up to 30 miles an hour. 31 minutes flight time, or in the real world you're probably looking 20-24 minutes, as with the Mini 4 Pro. The camera, well, that's a 1/1.3 CMOS sensor, pretty much the same as the Mini 4 Pro, shooting 4K 60 and 100 frames a second in slow-mo. It's capable of shooting JPEG and RAW photos at 48 megapixels. There's no obstacle avoidance, as you can see, on the drone at all, except for the 3D infrared sensing and also the optical sensors on the bottom, which enables a nice smooth landing. The front sensor will only brake. There's no bypass feature, so with tracking it could actually stop if it sees obstacles on the way rather than bypassing trees and stuff when it's tracking you, so that could be quite annoying. For the FPV flyers out there, this is not compatible to fly with any FPV equipment basically. So if you're looking for something to fly FPV, then this drone is not for you. It does have a self turn on feature when operating the arms, which is great if you want to get it flying really quickly. However, I'm not sure it's a good thing, as I've just said. If it got in the wrong hands, maybe a small child, putting the fingers through there. But these settings can be changed using the RC2. I do like the fact that it has a auto shut off when you close the arms. That's quite handy.
Aircraft will power off in 5 seconds. Press any button on aircraft to cancel.
It does have all the same autonomous flights as the Neo, although it has better AI tracking, and this only works on humans and cannot detect cars or boats. And my overall thoughts on this, where it sits, it's another vlogging style drone. So although you've got the features of using the RC2 and flying it as a cinematic drone, it is, in my opinion, a vlogging style drone. Where does it sit? I think it sits somewhere between the Neo and the Mini 3 Pro. I wouldn't say it's anything like the Mini 4 Pro. Having said that, another observation, this is not a Mini 5 Pro, neither, nowhere near. So one of the most asked questions that I've had is how loud is it? And I actually went out yesterday, this came yesterday, and I've just been so busy, but I did get a chance to go out yesterday and do a comparison test with the Neo and the MP4 along with the Flip. So let's have a quick look at that. So we're going to do a noise comparison test with the DJI Flip, the latest drone from DJI, and then we're going to compare this with the Neo and also with the Mini 4 Pro. So let's get straight onto it. Now what I have got is a decibel meter, which is just there. You can see that in the, yeah. We're going to take a reading off each one and then we'll compare it afterwards. Okay, let's get this one in the air.
Take off.
Try and get them at the same height.
Landing.
So that's the Flip. Let's get the Neo up and then the Mini 4 Pro.
Take off.
On the third test, the Mini 4 Pro, then we'll put all three together and you can make your own minds up about it. So there we go, there's the noise comparison on the three drones. I'll leave that up to you. I've noticed with the Flip, it's got a very, very low profile footprint. So if you wanted to take off from the ground, you have to make sure it's either on a mat or it's on a clear surface. Otherwise the props are going to catch on the likes of grass and twigs and things. So how does it fly, you ask? Well, I did take it out today very quickly and flew it with the RC2 controller, and to be quite honest with you, it's pretty good. It's pretty nice. It seems to handle quite nicely. It does have all the AR features. It's got cruise control and numerous other things. However, I will be showing more of the flight features in the next video. There's a ton of features on this drone. It's just impossible to cover them all in one video. I just thought to do a very short opening video for you guys out there on my first thoughts on what I actually think to the Flip so far. So there we go, just a very short opening video on the first impressions. If there's any particular area you'd like me to test, please leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to include it in my upcoming videos. If you got anything out of this video, then please, as always, give us the old thumbs up. And if you're new around here and you want to see more videos on the Flip, then why don't you consider subscribing, dinging the dong and all the rest of it. I'm sure you know me by now. And you might like to watch those couple of videos I've chosen for you over there, and if you do, I shall see you over there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next flip video.